So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Justria, and today you guys I'm gonna be talking about the emotional trauma that I faced growing up, you guys. And before I start this video, I want to make a quick disclaimer. I'm not a psychologist. I am not, here to I don't have all the answers. However, I have gone through emotional trauma and I've gotten over my emotional trauma. Well, most of it. And wow, I'm being very honest. Most of my emotional trauma, and I feel like I should be able to tell you guys how I got over my emotional trauma. So yeah, let's go get into it. Yeah. Growing up, I didn't have a very strong support system. And I felt like the black sheep in the family. So feeling like the black sheep in the family, I always felt some type of way. I was like, oh, I don't really know if I can express my feelings, because when I express my feelings, I get this, you being sensitive, you just too this, you too that. And when you hear you too this, you too that, you too you always want to be in your feelings, you always want to talk about how you feel and shit like that, it makes you not want to open up, honestly, just in general and in life. So for me, I just stopped telling my feelings. I just be like, how do you feel? Don't matter. And for a long time, I would be like, when people would ask me what was wrong with me and stuff, I'd be like, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. Because every time I opened up my feelings, I would always be too much for people, or I was just having pity parties for myself. And I wasn't allowed to feel. Like growing up in church, they're like, the Lord will make a way for you. This, that, and the third. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Like, bitch, my feelings are hurt. Can I grieve, or do I have to be fucking strong? And I kind of learned how to be strong by myself, because I realized like nobody's coming to save me how I want to be saved and get the justice that I feel like needed to be gotten. So I had to save myself, and I emotionally became strong. And when I say strong, I became hard, like emotionally hard. Like if something was bothering me, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Like, whatever. Like, okay, Like, I would side-eye some shit and be like, okay. Whatever. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, don't really care. But deep down, like, shit will really be bothering me. Like, I think I had this one group of friends who would always use this excuse like, oh, you stay too far, Drea. You stay too far, Drea. As an excuse to why we wouldn't hang out, right? And then, but when they wanted to go someplace where it was money and they needed shit to be split down, like individually, everybody else, bitches will always be like, hi, Drea. Haven't talked to you in forever. Well, we're going to go here, and it's going to cost about $10, $20 to get here. But, everybody's putting in $10 and $20. Like, hey, come on, come to the party. Bring your own bottle, though. Bring a bottle, Bring a bottle. Bring something. Bring your own weed, Bring your And, always just wanting shit from me. And that used to bother me. And emotionally, like, I didn't want to be around them. But I would, like, put on this front, like, I'm here, Hi, I'm here. I'm here to party. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here, But deep down, I'd be like mad as shit. Like, bitches, like, I really don't like y'all like that. Secondly, y'all want me to come to a party that I have to fucking pay for. Any other time, I say too far. But, it's never too far if I'm even giving either ass or gas. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's either ass or gas. And I'm supposed to be like, these are my friends. When I literally met my best friend, probably like, I think 2 years ago. 2 years, 2 years ago. We met like 2 years ago, and me and this bitch have been tight. Like, she don't want shit from me but for the fucking cook and sleep in my fucking bed. And she does shit for me too. So it's not like she just uses me for my bed type shit. Cause I don't use her, but we benefit off each other. And when they would ask me like, oh, how come you don't hang around us? How do you feel? I used to be like, how do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? And I'd be like, it doesn't bother me. It's perfectly fine. But deep down, I used to be big mad, because I'm like, bitches, y'all some motherfucking users, aren't ya? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I started to open up emotionally when I started telling people, like, look, I don't like when you do this and I don't like when you do that. I lost a lot of friends being honest about my feelings and emotions and shit. But or so-called friends, when I opened up about I had a headache and that shit was just like, it's set in stone right now. Like, it's in this place. Like, but yeah, I kind of like I just started opening up, and I lost a lot of people who were friends and associates and people who are around me. And I just started being honest about how I felt, because if you're not honest with how you feel about certain things and you never voice how you feel, and people don't change, like if somebody's hurting you and you don't say shit about it, and you sit there and you take it, you're gonna be mad with yourself more than they are, and they're gonna feel like you're tripping when you're really not, when you really don't want to be there, or you don't like their vibe, or you don't like what they're doing, or you don't like what they have carrying on, but you're there because you feel like you kind of invested, so you have to be there. I learned that you don't have to be there, and that you are the most important person in this world. And when I say you're the most important person in this world, this goes for parents and people for everywhere. Like, I had to realize how important I was, because if, like, my feelings matter to me, and if I'm not happy, why would I be happy with you? Just because you make me happy sometimes, just because you keep me, occupied, or forgetting how you hurt me just a little bit on most days, just because you sit there and you make shit look fun and easy, and just because I like you somewhat sometimes, I'm supposed to sit there and hide my feelings just to be with you. I'd rather be by myself. Like, I kind of guess, like, I kind of stepped into, like, self-mastery and mastering of self and dealing with my emotions. You know what I'm saying? And when I came into self-mastery, like, after I had, like, Maslow's slide down, did a Johari window, I was like, let's step into self-mastery, because now that I know thyself, I have to master thyself, and I have to master thy emotions. Because when I used to get in my feelings, I used to get really depressed because I felt trapped. And self-mastery says you can acknowledge your feelings, but you can also acknowledge that there's a way out of things. Like, you don't have to sit there. Like, you don't have to sit in shit. Like, I was sitting in shit, and I felt like there was no other way to get out of my shit. And if there was a way, like, somebody's going to be sitting there talking shit about me, like, who the fuck she thinks she is? I remember she used to be a hoe. I remember she used to do this. And when shit that didn't even used to be true, like, I used to have to feel like I used to have to fucking prove a point to bitches, like, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. Because my feelings are valid because this is that and the third. And I'm like, no, I just have to prove to myself that my feelings are fucking valid. So if I felt some type of way, I just had to learn how to put on my big girl panties, no matter if it cost me a friend, a lover, a boyfriend, a significant other, family members. I had to say, this is how I feel. This is how this makes me feel. And I don't like it that I feel this way. I don't like to feel sad. I don't like to feel hurt. I don't like to feel, bitch, I'm a baby. You feel me? I don't like to feel that way. I like to feel free, to feel how I want to feel. And I had to learn that I was important. Once I learned that I was important, that I mattered, that my voice mattered, that my feelings mattered, that how I felt or what I thought about a situation mattered, I cut out all of that. I really did all this. I don't want to say this because they gonna say that I'm being petty. They gonna say that I ain't got no right to be upset. I don't want to say this because they gonna say this is that and third. And I was like, fuck what everybody else gonna say, bitch. What do I say about me? How do I feel about me? What do I think about myself? Do I think highly of myself? Why am I thinking so low of myself? Why can I not function and unction on the matter and the field of how I feel? Why can I not ting with the best of them? Why? Why am I not living my best life? Why am I every fucking time? Because what? Because I'm trying to appease other people? Because I'm trying to sit there and be like, well, I don't want to offend nobody over there, even though my feelings hurt and I feel some type of way, but I don't want to offend nobody over there. Man, I ain't gonna say nothing to such and such because I don't want them to think like even though they hurting my feelings, even though I feel like this is that and the third is wrong, I ain't gonna say that. And the whole entire time I'm beating myself down, telling myself like, bitch, fuck your feelings. Like, no, bitch, no, fuck your feelings. My feelings matter first before yours. And when I talk to you about my feelings, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna get Here's the thing. A lot of people put their feelings before everybody else's feelings. But look, you have to like I learned how to get my feelings out there without overstepping on your feelings and invalidating your feelings. I learned that, and that's a very hard thing to do, because when you be in your feelings and you really feel a certain type of way, whether it's positive or negative, you can kind of overpower somebody else's feelings to the way they be like, I don't even want to say shit because of X, Y, and Z. But you have to realize that you matter, that you're, like, I had to learn, like, my feelings matter, because if I wanted to get, because fuck self-actualization, bitch, self-mastery is what a real shit is at, because you can do the Johari windows, you can go get Maslow's, law of self-actualization, you could go get all of that shit, but if you never get self-mastery, you're no good. Everybody needs to be improving on daily, and every year they need to do a new self-actualization, a new Johari window, and a new level of self-mastery that they need to get to. But yeah, I kind of learned that it's important how I feel. I cannot belittle myself to make you feel bigger, or I can't hide my feelings so that you don't feel some type of way. I have to tell you how I feel, and you have to respect my feelings, and you either change or you don't. And whether you change or whether you do, if you have to go, you have to go. If you have to leave, you have to leave. If you want to stay and fix it and work it out, that's what we can do. If not, if you feel like this is too much for you, gotta go, whatever, then fine, you're not a part of my journey. I had to learn that people will come and people will go. This is how life goes. Sometimes people are not meant to go with you on your journey. Sometimes people have to stop and they cannot go the distance with you. Like, a lot of people are like, I want somebody to go the distance with me. No, you don't. Because if somebody goes the distance with you, that means they have to literally be there with you on your journey. I'd rather go on this journey by myself and get shit done than go on my journey with people who make me feel like what I'm doing is wrong or how I feel is wrong. So basically how I got over my emotional trauma and abuse, because I know I didn't talk about it a lot, but like I went through a lot of emotional trauma of people telling me that I shouldn't feel this way and that I need to suck it up, I need to get over it, I need to. For a long time, it's a song by Mary J. Blige. It's called Roses. It's a very underrated song. A lot of people didn't listen to it. It goes, ain't all roses, flowers and posies, ain't all candy. This love stuff is demanding. Sometimes I need a hug. Like, that song, if you have time, go listen to Roses by Mary J. Blige. And honestly, when you listen to it, pick up what she's saying and listen to the lyrics and how she sings the song. Because you're going to see the importance of your emotional well-being. Because I refuse to be upset because I can't get my feelings out. Because if I get upset trying to express my feelings to you, I'm going to burn a bridge. And I don't have time to be burning bridges, because where I'm going at in life requires me to master self so I can master the world, if it makes any sense. And when I kind of found my purpose and what I was good at in life, I was like, oh, I have to master self now. And mastering self is mastering the sexual abuse, mastering my emotional abuse, and getting over it. Because you can know self all day, but if you never master stuff, like I said, you're never gonna get to the next level, and you can never ever see where you're at now. Once I got control over my emotions and how I move and how I maneuver and how I cry, if I do cry, and when I cry and how I cry, and admitting like, hey, I might need some help with this right here, and I got me a therapist and shit, I'm now working on shit. Like, I cannot go to work without a breakdown, because the job I do now, I can't be I can't. And I can't be trying to figure out how I want, because I'm in a process of figuring out what kind of house I want and what kind of shit I want and what kind of, baby, like adoption, going over shit and stuff that I actually want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? And me being emotionally weak and not knowing how to control my emotions and when to use them and when not to use them, it's just like, all right, clearly I know myself, and I know myself, I have to master myself. I keep on repeating self-actualization and self-mastery because that's the road I'm on. And so I'm on the road to self-mastery and stuff like that. It's stuff that I want for myself that I'm going to get that requires self-mastery. and controlling your emotions and knowing how to use your emotions and stuff like that is part of that. So if you want to know, like, if you have specific questions that you want to ask me, you can hit me up in the DM, you can hit me up in the comments, you can hit me up anywhere, and I will give you a full-blown answer to your question. And if you're like, if you don't want to talk about it, like, oh, like, you know, whatever, what you call it, or whatever, if you've been following me for some time and you know, like, some of the shit I've been through and some of the shit that I've gone through and, you know, what you call it, then, you know, if you like and you really have like questions that pertain to you on certain things, so I know a lot of people aren't like openly gonna say, I don't know how to do this, you can always hit me up in the DM and we can talk about it from there. Yeah, so yeah, drop your questions. I'm gonna answer them down below on emotional abuse, how to get over it, how what I use, shit that I'm learning, and self mastery and self evolution and self all of this shit. Literally, I promise you, it's gonna be answering questions. Everything else, I want to answer them when I get a chance to. If I don't see them, I promise you, when I do see them, I will respond to them, because I do work. Like, the work I do is very not tedious, but it is a lot of work and it requires a lot of my attention and time. But yeah, I got you. I'm gonna have you, boo. I'm gonna have you. I promise to respond to you.